One of the reasons why you've always had difficulty understanding the native English or what native speakers say when you communicate with them is the fact that you've just learned textbook idioms like the standard English, the English spoken only in the textbooks, but not the English spoken by native speakers. And native speakers use a lot of idioms, phrases, a lot of collocations that you gotta learn to be able to speak like them or similar to them. And in today's video, what I want to do is focus your attention on some of these practical and commonly used phrases and idioms used by native speakers that you should use too to be able to speak like them or sound like them and avoid sounding like textbooks. So let's get started. The first English phrase of today's video is "it leaves me cold." It leaves me cold. It leaves me cold. What is the meaning of something leaving you cold or it leaves you cold? When something leaves you cold, it doesn't make you feel interested. It doesn't interest you. It doesn't affect you emotionally, or it does not attract you. So when you say it leaves me cold, you're just trying to emphasize that something does not interest you, something doesn't affect you emotionally. An example of this phrase: I know everyone loves that new action movie, but honestly, it leaves me cold. I know everyone loves that new action movie, but it leaves me cold, which means I know everyone loves that new action movie, but it doesn't interest me much, it doesn't attract me much, it doesn't make me emotionally affected much, or it does not affect me emotionally much. So, it leaves me cold can be used to refer to the idea that something doesn't affect you emotionally. You do not come under the emotional influence of something, or you're not interested in something. Now we're getting to the second phrase of today's video that you need to learn and use to sound like native speakers or to avoid sounding like a textbook, which is to take a liking to something. To take a liking to something. Once again, to take a liking to something. When you take a liking to something or someone, you start to like someone or something, usually unexpectedly or suddenly. So to take a liking to something means to start to like something or someone, usually unexpectedly or suddenly. Let me give you an example of this. She's really taken a liking to classical music after attending that concert. She's really taken a liking to classical music after attending that concert, which means she's really started to like classical music after attending that concert. She's really started to love classical music after attending that concert. What about you? Have you ever taken a liking to something? Has there ever been something that you've never liked, but suddenly you took a liking to? What was it, and why did you take a liking to it, and why have you always hated it or disliked it, and what made you take a liking to it? Comment the answers down below in the comment section. Now we're proceeding to the third phrase of today's video that you need to use to sound like native speakers and to avoid sounding like textbooks, which is "it pains me to do something." It pains me to do something. It pains me to do something. When we say it pains me to do something, it means doing something is too difficult for me. Doing something is very unpleasant to me. Or doing something is emotionally and psychologically unbearable, intolerable, and difficult for me. So it pains me to do something. It's really annoying for me to do something. It is unpleasant for me to do something. An example of this phrase: it pained her to say goodbye to her childhood home. It pained her to say goodbye to her childhood home. Once again, it pained her to say goodbye to her childhood home, which means saying goodbye to her childhood home was very difficult for her emotionally, was psychologically difficult to do, was emotionally unpleasant to do, was very annoying for her to do. Speaking of myself, it pains me to see a large number of people not being able to speak English because they don't practice this language enough. Or it pains me to see a lot of children suffering poverty. What about you? Could you give me some personal examples of "it pains me to do something"? Comment those examples down below. Now we're getting to the fourth English phrase of today's video that you need to learn and use to sound like native speakers or avoid sounding like textbooks, which is to do something with your heart and soul. to do something with your heart and soul. Once again, to do something with your heart and soul. When you do something with your heart and soul, you do it with every fiber of your being. You do it from the bottom of your heart. You do it by putting all your effort, energy, determination, and all that you have into it. So to do something with your heart and soul means you put all your effort, energy, dedication, enthusiasm, motivation, and all that you have into doing something. Let me give you an example of this phrase. He built that business with his heart and soul, working day and night for years. He built that business with his heart and soul, working day and night for years. He built that business with his heart and soul, working day and night for years, meaning that he put all his effort, energy, dedication, enthusiasm, motivation into building that business. He worked so hard to build it for years, non-stop. He built that business with his heart and soul, working day and night for years. What about you? Is there anything that you like to do with your heart and soul? Or is there anything that you're doing now with your heart and soul? Or do you have any dream in your life that you would like to pursue with your heart and goal? I want you to provide a response to all the questions that I asked down below in the comment section to practice this phrase and also interact with each other more. Now we're proceeding to the fifth phrase of today's video used by native speakers that you should use too, to stop sounding like a textbook and start speaking English like natives, which is to be up to no good. To be up to no good. To be up to no good. When we say someone is up to no good, it means they're planning something bad, something dishonest, something mischievous or devious. So when someone is up to no good, they're planning to do something bad, dishonest, mischievous, something destructive, or something, devious. So we say someone is up to no good. An example of this phrase: those kids hanging around the alley look like they're up to no good. Those kids hanging around the alley look like they're up to no good. Those kids hanging around the alley look like they're up to no good, which means those kids hanging around the alley look like they're planning to do something bad, something mischievous, something devious, something dishonest. What about you? Have you ever been up to no good, or do you know anyone around you who's always up to no good? Comment the answers down below in the comment section. Now we're getting to the sixth phrase of today's video that I highly recommend that you should learn to speak like native speakers, which is to give as good as you get. To give as good as you get. Once again, to give as good as you get. But what does it mean when we say someone is given as good as they get? Or what does it mean to give as good as you get? Well, to give as good as you get means to defend yourself as strongly as you're criticized or as strongly as you're attacked, which means if people attack you, try to defend yourself as strongly as they attack you, as strongly as they criticize you. So, to give as good as you get. An example of this phrase: don't worry about her, she can give as good as she gets in any argument. Don't worry about her, she can give as good as she gets in any argument. Don't worry about her, she can give as good as she gets in any argument, which means don't worry about her, she can defend herself as strongly as she's attacked, as strongly as she's criticized in any argument. What about you? Do you have the character, the personality of giving as good as you get? Or do you have the nature of giving as good as you get? Or is it running in your blood to give as good as you get? Comment the answers down below and tell me what sort of person you are when it comes to getting criticized or attacked by others. And now we're proceeding to the final phrase of today's video that you need to learn, get into the habit of using to sound like native speakers and avoid sounding like a textbook, which is to be true to your word. To be true to your word. To be true to your word. But what does it mean when we say someone is true to their word? Well, to be true to your word means to do what you've promised that you would do, or to act on your promises, to redeem your promises, and to do what you've promised that you will do. An example of this phrase: he said he would lend me money and he was true to his word. He said he would lend me money, and he was true to his word, which means he said that he would lend me money, and he did what he had promised that he would do. He acted on his promise, he redeemed his promise, and he did what he had promised that he would do. He lent me money. That's about all, guys. In today's video, we reviewed some practical English phrases used by native speakers that I highly recommend that you should get into the habit of using too. Let's review these phrases once again together. It leaves me cold. It leaves me cold. It leaves me cold. Take a liking to something. Take a liking to something. Take a liking to something. It pains someone to do something. It pains someone to do something. It pains someone to do something. Do something with your heart and soul. Do something with your heart and soul. Do something with your heart and soul. Be up to no good. Be up to no good. Be up to no good. Give as good as you get. Give as good as you get. Give as good as you get. Be true to your word. Be true to your word. Be true to your word. And that's about all, guys. Thank you for watching today's video. Make sure you like this video in support of your YouTube English teacher. Thank you for doing so, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I'll be back soon with another video.